Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo along with Andrew Chang here. We're taking you through the early afternoon games for Week 17 of the 2020 NFL season. Next game on the board is a battle in the NFC North. This is the Minnesota Vikings going to the Detroit Lions. Minnesota's the favorite here at -6.5, and your total is 54. So Minnesota gets teased down to -0.5. Detroit gets teased up to +12.5. Your over gets teased down to 48, and your under gets teased up to 60. All right, so injuries abound in this game. No Dalvin Cook. He is out for this game. Detroit is out with Kenny Golladay. And for some reason, Matthew Stafford is going to play with hurt thumb, ribs, and ankle. Because that dude is the toughest dude out there. Bar none.
I was about to say bar none. Wow, yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. So in this game where no one's playing for anything because they're both out.
Yep.
They're not even in the picture. They're taking the picture for other people. Which team is going to come out on top? You know, and without Dalvin Cook, I mean, if Dalvin Cook was playing without question, I would just be all over the Vikings.
But then the line would probably be different. So.
Oh, for sure. But I still kind of like them to win at -0.5. And I think that is the play here. I just don't think without Golladay, my boy Hawkinson hasn't really looked good. And with an injured Matt Stafford, I mean, he's a great QB.
Stafford had a terrible game last week.
Yeah. And
I think he got pulled because he had more injuries.
There you go. So I think that solidifies my pick for the Vikings.
Yeah, he did.
Even if Dalvin Cook's out, I know you're not a big fan of Mr. Madison, but
I think he's okay.
He's okay, you know? So I think they won't really have a problem against this Detroit defense that has not been looking good all year.
Yeah.
And I know there are some concerns about the Vikings defense, but
of course there are. It's the Vikings.
Yeah, it just really has to come down to Matt Stafford and you know, who he's going to target. He has virtually nobody. Now, if Swift can go through, if Swift is playing,
he is.
You know, that could be a problem. But I think the Minnesota Vikings get this one in the bag. -0.5 for me. That's my pick.
There you go. All right. I don't disagree with you on Minnesota teasing down to -0.5. It's definitely a great value in there. My problem with it is it would feel different if they had Cook, but you know then your line would be different. But they're not really playing for anything. So when there's really no reason for them to play, I feel like teams don't show up as much. Mm-hmm. Detroit, for the most part, if this was a normal game, I would take the over because Detroit is so good at home that they always put up points. Now, it's not necessarily that they win the game. There's just a ton of points that are scored. That's been a big trend this season is Detroit at home go with the over. However, because no Golladay, of course, and because Stafford's hurt so much, he didn't even finish last week's game. If Chase Daniels goes in, that your amount of scoring goes way down. It's pretty bad. So I'm going to run with the under in this because I think 60 is a huge number.
Oh.
And I don't trust Detroit to really put up any points in this. At some point, I'm kind of expecting Stafford to get pulled because he's going to get hurt again. He's got 3 different injuries.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. So, okay, the 60. I can definitely see that. And especially when these two teams aren't playing for anything, I like to have a nice little unscientific way of saying, well, who's having the most fun, right? Who's having the most fun out there on that football field? I really don't think it's the Lions. And
no.
I feel my boy, Kirk Cousins, maybe a nice little leader, but he's prone to like all these jokes and all this stuff. So they might be having fun out there, just having like fun football. Not really competitive, not really driven at this point, but they'll have fun. They should get the win. So that makes me a little more comfortable with my pick. Danny's pick with the under at 60. I think that's pretty achievable as well. So
this is under the expectation that I have that Stafford won't play the full game. At some point, you will see Chase Daniels. You have to remember they're not playing for anything. So why do you want to risk your potential franchise quarterback who you might try and re-sign again. So I can't see them. You're still alive, man. They're just fireworks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just don't see I mean, in my opinion, I bench him and just, you're not playing for anything. So just let Chase Daniel play the last game out. Let Stafford get ready for next season. That's the only thing you can do.
I mean, that would be great for you if
Yeah.
the 2020 players come out. So, I mean, 2020 as in like, hey, we're 20 points up, they're 20 points down. Like, we're going to bring these people in. It's over. It's over. So that'd be good for the under.
Yeah. And of course, if that happens, that means your Minnesota minus half should hit. Because they should get plenty of offense out there to score on the hapless Detroit defense.
I hope so too. Hopefully the Minnesota defense won't be so hapless as well. So I guess if two defenses step up, the over's pretty good.
Yeah, or two offenses don't show up. Yeah, that's the other part of it.
Or
at least one of them.
There's a lot of things going for your under, so that's
just throwing that out there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments how you think this is going to go. If you agree with either of us, which side or total you like, let us know in the comments. We always like seeing it. But for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the season. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us in this Week 17 preview. Stay tuned for the rest of Sunday's NFL breakdowns. But until next time, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.